On behalf of every Arizonan that watches this, none of us want to see a failure such as this ever occur again.
Tonight, a call for action from a veteran Arizona lawmaker. It comes just weeks after an ABC15 investigation uncovered heartbreaking details of the death of a 9-year-old boy with diabetes.
This little boy, Jacob, died days after being placed in the state's child welfare system. ABC15 investigator Jennifer Kowaleski continues to push for answers.
My heart goes out to them. I am truly sorry that the state of Arizona did not live up to its responsibility in this case.
He's a state Senate leader reacting to what we found. We'll hear more from Senator TJ Shope in a moment. But first, why he's upset.
My heart's just broken.
An emotional grandmother demanding accountability after the death of her diabetic grandson.
We're looking for justice for Jacob.
It's time that the state take responsibility when they screw up so egregiously.
Our ABC15 investigation exposed serious failures by the Department of Child Safety. Failures that would ultimately lead to the death of 9-year-old Jakob Blodgett. Jacob, a type 1 diabetic, died from complications of his condition. Records show were entirely preventable, just 18 days after being placed in Arizona's foster care system.
DCS didn't have the knowledge or the skill to provide this child with the medical needs that he had.
Attorney Robert Pastor recently put the state on notice of a pending lawsuit. According to an active police investigation into Jacob's death, he died after employees at a Phoenix group home where the state placed him let Jacob go without his insulin, the life-saving medication doctors say he needed to live.
It boggles my mind that one of the most basic things, maybe a step above administering a children's Tylenol to somebody, would be mishandled really the way that it was.
Senator Shope chairs the committee with direct oversight over the state's child welfare system. He's now demanding accountability and answers for Jacob. Are you planning to take any kind of action?
I think that this is something that warrants many, many more questions and many more inquiries into the department.
Many of those questions center around more of what's detailed in these medical records. And here's what you need to know. They showed DCS caseworkers struggled to manage Jacob's diabetes from the start. And Jacob needed emergency care 3 different times in 18 days while in the state's care.
We have a situation right here where an agency truly failed a family.
The third and final time, Jacob went to the hospital by ambulance. But by then, it was too late. And records show the night before is when the group home manager reported Jacob refused to take his insulin. According to an incident report from the Maricopa County Sheriff's Office, the operations manager at the group home told detectives it was their policy not to force medicate any of the children under their care.
DCS needed to be the parent. They totally failed. You don't let a 9-year-old make those kinds of decisions.
What is your message to the Arizona Department of Child Safety?
You need to make sure that the people that you actually give the check off, the okay to take care of these children, can actually do the job. This child did not deserve to die.
The ABC15 investigators have tried repeatedly to take our questions directly to David Lujan, who runs DCS. A DCS spokesperson will only tell us they don't comment on pending litigation. Do you think what happened here warrants Director Lujan sitting before our cameras and answering questions?
I think it is warranted. And ultimately, when you're a director, just as I am as a senator, and even in this case, a chair of a committee, the buck stops with whoever that top person is.
Shope wants more transparency from DCS, the agency responsible for protecting Arizona's children. The agency, he says, failed to protect Jacob.
We're left to answer the questions that I think really should be answered by the folks who are over in that building. I don't want to see another one of these incidents happen. It's terrible.
You probably want to hear what the other side has to say about this. We do too. We've now sent 8 emails and called multiple times asking for Director Lujan to sit down with us. So far, he hasn't answered our questions. Lujan reports to the state lawmakers you elected. We will continue to call and email until we get the answers you deserve. I'm investigator Jennifer Kowaleski, ABC15 Arizona.